Hey guys, Anthony the Vet Dude 82 here, and today we're going to be discussing the C5 Corvette. Supercar or supercar? Hi, this is Anthony the Vet Dude 82. Hey guys, it's Anthony the Vet Dude 82. Anthony the Vet Dude 82. So guys, there's always a big debate on this. You have a lot of people that say, well, the Corvette, the C5 base, even base model. I mean, I would even say Z06 model. Well, that car can't be a supercar. This is a big debate. Most people, most car guys will debate on it. Oh, it's a muscle car. The C5 Corvette. Even some C4 Corvettes. The Callaway, which. Listen, when it came out, it was a supercar. They called it a supercar. That's what it was. Is it just a name? Is it just what you think a supercar is? Well, that's the basis of it. Is we all have our opinions on that. My personal belief is I go by basically by matching. Okay, so we go by a point system. So let's go by 1 to 5. Okay, making it a point system. What is a supercar? There's exotic cars, there's supercars. Well, what's an exotic car? Exotic car is a vehicle that was made not in America, an import. But it's not just an import. It was a car with a smaller amount of numbers, with with the luxuries that a normal car didn't come with the power a normal car didn't come with. Lamborghini, Ferrari, things of that nature. Usually a European car. But what's to say an American car couldn't be a supercar even at that time when the C5 Corvette was competing with the top cars, with the Lamborghinis, with the Ferraris at the time? I mean, heck, I always hear people say, oh, a Dodge Viper 95 was a supercar. Well, come on. If a Dodge Viper 95 and I believe 92, 91, if those vehicles could be a supercar, it was an American car, came with about 400 horsepower. And guess what? The Z06 Corvette at the time competed with the Dodge Viper, if not outclassed it. Not talking crap, because guess what? I love the Viper. I love the look. I love the way it just screams monster beast. All right, but the Corvette does too. So what's the difference? Well, the Dodge Viper, there was a pretty large amount of manufactured Dodge Vipers. So we can't say it's exclusivity. We can't say that it's a smaller number. So what can we say? I mean, they were pretty much American manufacturers, Dodge and Chevy, and but the Dodge gets the, hey, that's a supercar. I gotta disagree with that, because why can't the C5 Corvette get that same label? I don't see the problem with that. Wow, why? Because the Vet costs what, 10,000 more, 20,000 more? That's not enough. That's not enough to say. We can actually add that as a point. The C5 Corvette happens to be, and I would say, the cheapest supercar. Okay, the cheapest supercar. But if we were to add that as a check on supercar compared to C5 Corvette, yes, a supercar costs more. That's guaranteed. Sometimes double, triple, whatever the case may be. It does cost more. So we'll give that a check to the supercar. Okay? Now, when we talk about power, no, the check will go to C5 Corvette. 350 horsepower when it first came out in 97. Ferraris there were some Ferraris that didn't even class that at 200 and something horsepower. So, and some that overclassed and some that met the same class of power. But it was a Ferrari, it was considered a supercar. The same thing with the Viper, 400 horsepower. You're talking about a 50 horsepower difference, and you're not going to class that in the same class? No, you can't even do that. I mean, the car with the C5 Corvette was a track-made car. It was a sports car. When I hear of muscle car, okay, I see a Mustang. And not to disrespect Mustangs, I don't want the Mustang community out there like, oh, it's always about the classing the C5 or the Corvettes, period, over us. No, it's not that. I respect the Mustang, has power, has balls, but it has the look of a muscle car. Like some of the older Corvettes had the look of a muscle car. Okay? The look of the C5 is when it transitions to that European styling. It's like a Viper. If a Viper came out looking like a muscle car, you would call it a muscle car. Some people still do call it a muscle car, but realistically, everyone labeled it. The top reps labeled it a supercar, an American supercar. So yes, the C5 Corvette gains a check with that, because at the end of the day, it's labeled this. It's the same. It's the same. The numbers are the same. The price may not be the same, but it's not that off either. All right. As well, we're gonna go to the other check. Well, luxury. Okay, that we can say the Corvette did not have. Okay, there was no luxury. The panels were cheap plastic. The seats were okay, not the most comfortablest, but not the most expensive with leather, the leather that they used. But the stitching was nice. I think it was classy. It was simple. It was a track-made car. It wasn't made to be too outrageous. Like you have these Lamborghinis, man, that they were beautiful inside. Some of the Lotuses, which there is a main model Lotus, I think it's the Esprit. The inside was made just ridiculously beautiful, like couch seats. I wanted to sleep on it. Would sleep on that. But at the end of the day, that vehicle, the Corvette, that was another thing people would go against. Oh, well, the interior was shitty. Can't be a supercar with that kind of interior. Look at the Dodge Viper. I'll say it again. The Viper was cheap and it was shitty too. And it was awful to sit in. But it was still classed as a supercar. Come on, guys. I mean, it's a debate that sort of always becomes, that one-sided or I almost feel like a hate towards the Corvette community. That Chevy got something right and they didn't want to accept that, especially the Ford guys. And I've had a Mustang. I love Mustangs. I'll say it again. It's just what I see. Okay, I'm going by what I see in the car community. All right. So we can check one out for the interior, but I'm not with America. We can't. For Supercars of America, we cannot do that. All right, because they just started getting it right with the C7. You gonna argue with that one? No, I don't think so. So, which by the way is a true supercar, but I'm willing to say that this C5 was a true supercar, especially the Z06. But for me, it's the same car. You're talking about what, 45 more horses, 30 something more horses? Come on, guys. All right, so as well, we could talk about suspension and things of that nature, which was all on par. The Corvette had the suspension, had except for the leaf springs. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they added leaf springs. I'm not even gonna debate how stupid that was. But the Corvette was a performer for its time. As a C5, even a track car, it was a performer. It wasn't the best performer, but we're talking about 97. Think about it. 98. Think about it. None of the cars were like they were now. So I'm going to check that for the C5 Corvette. Okay? And it's not because I'm a C5 Corvette owner. Let me tell you something. Before I had a C5 Corvette, I always looked at them as a supercar. It was a poster car. It was a car that when I was a kid, back in 90, 98, 99, I had a poster of it next to a Viper. Think about that. And I considered that a supercar, as well as the NSX. People, that's another good example right there. A Japanese car, beautiful car, an exotic, a supercar, but yet the power is less than a C5 Corvette. I wonder why they would label that a supercar. They made plenty models. Well, why would they call it a supercar? It wasn't the most advanced. It was a great looking car. It looked like a supercar, so it's labeled a supercar. So, and the price was actually reasonable. So why can't the C5 Corvette be a supercar? I'm smelling a lot of hate going on, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I'm smelling a lot of hate going on. At the end of the day, And that'll be another check right there. Just because I brought up the Acura NSX and that's considered a supercar, I'm going to check that right there and put that right to the side and say, I think with all respect. Now, I will say the Acura NSX has gained popularity and is very expensive for now. But I believe the C5 Corvette will gain that popularity with time. I'm not saying mines, because guess what? I'm doing things to mines that is damaging the value. Which, listen, if you love your car, you do whatever the hell you want to your car. If you're going to put your car in the garage and just look at it all day, that's some stupid shit. I don't agree with that. If you want to do it, that's fine, but I'm not looking at the Corvette as something that's going to gain value in time. I'm not looking at it as an asset to make money. That's not what it's for, okay? Not a Lamborghini. And in that way, I would say exotic, not supercar, because it is a supercar. But that's my arguments for today, guys. I mean, that's how I feel about it personally. Everybody has their own opinion. I know I'm going to get a lot of slack over this shit. That's okay. I don't mind, you know. Everyone has their own opinions, and that's okay. Please comment below, and I want everyone to comment below. This is something that has to be addressed, and I would love to hear what everyone has to say. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the video. I'm doing a race day very soon. The weather has been shitty in Florida. I mean, God, raining. You can get a freaking clear day. So I'm trying to get a day where I can go to the track. I have that nitrous installed, guys, and that's another thing. Please comment below. Should I bust that nitrous without the tune 100 shot, which I've heard plenty of times to say, or should I tune it anyway? Just be sure, guys. Let me know anyway, you know. Comment below. Like I said, like and subscribe. Thank you, Anthony the Vet Dude 82. Wait, I fucked up. Anthony the Vet Dude 82 out. Peace. Anthony the Vet Dude 82.